Hey there everyone, welcome back to my channel Tapasya Reads, and I know it's been so long since I posted a long review video, but today I'm here with a newly launched book, King of Glutonomy by Anna Hong, and it's the sixth book of King of Sins series, and I have recently finished reading it, and I still cannot decide is this book worth the hype or my money went down in the drain. So let's discuss its book review in this video. So, if you don't know what this book is about, I will tell you. This book majorly follows two characters. First is Maya Singh, and second is Sebastian Laurent. Maya Singh is a woman of perfectionist, ambitious, and always try to prove herself in her family business. While on the other hand, Sebastian Laurent is our golden boy, and he is the only heir of luxury hotel brand. And trust me, he's not really happy with his job. He wanted different things with his life, but because the circumstances were not favorable, so he is doing that job. And these two have been rivals since childhood, and that unexplained feelings, unresolved feelings, and resentment, and also the emotional baggage that they both carrying since very long time came out. And when this came out, trust me, it will blow your mind away, and it's explosive. Okay, when it comes to the expectations from this book, I was literally not expecting a lot from this book because they were trying to show the Indian culture, but it turned out to be so good. I loved the Indian setup, the Indian culture they have showed, Jaipur, Pink City, and I was shocked. I mean, like being an author who is not an Indian describing Indian culture in this way was so beautiful. She has portrayed the female lead in a very beautiful manner, like what women's go through and what emotions they share when they are too much pressured. I like that. Also, I was expecting a lot from Sebastian Laurent, but whatever she has written about him, it is also good. That he is emotionally burdened. He was uh, a person who was trying to become a chef, but because of his circumstances of what happened in his past, he was scared to pursue that. But all in all, I love his character. He can be a bit, she could have added a more details into his character, but I love his character anyway. He's soft. He was secretly obsessed with the female lead, and oh my god, um, I love that part. And to be very honest, I would, when it comes to the characters, I would rate it 4 out of 5 because she has displayed it in a beautiful way. Also, I was expecting a lot of intense romance in this book because in Anna Hong's past books, we have seen a lot of intense romance between them, but this book felt a little distinct about that. Means they were sharing like 4 to 5 scenes where they have this intimacy. Otherwise, they were like always apart, always distinct, and you know, although it's not about intimacy, it's about sharing moments, like they were talking to each other about their past and all. So these kind of moments they have shared a little less as compared to the past books. So yes, this is what I expected. So let's talk about the Indian representation that the author has done in this book. Being an Indian reader myself, there were some moments that I really enjoyed and I really felt connected from this book. First one is the family proximity, the kind of family Indians have, the joint family, and everyone lives together like nana nanis, mama mamis, and dada dadi, and everything. She has written that beautifully. The savage tone in the Indian families that we share, I love that also. But the thing that really intrigued me the most about this or female lead is that she was 31 years old, unmarried, and extremely successful, but their family wants why are you not married? I mean, like, you are 31 and you are still not married. That wedding pressure she had in her mind, like, that usually are we as an Indian face, like, even if we are successful, why we are if we are not married, then we'll face that kind of pressure, like, ki your younger sisters are engaged, why are you not engaged? So that pressure that she felt, I really connected with it, and I really loved this about this book. And also I love the Indian culture representation, like, uh, geographically, like Jaipur and what Jaipur has and everything. I also enjoyed that also. Let's talk about the romance and the chemistry between them. Like, before they got together, they had this extremely intense feelings towards each other. Like, the setup was okay, and the emotional connection between them was beautiful, and the frustration they shared was top tier. But once they got together, they I think this would be a controversial issue. Before After they got together as a couple, they shared these scenes very less, they were shown very less. Like, let me give you an example. Like, we have this elevator scene in King of Envy, but we got it after they got together as a couple. But we got that intimacy scene before they got together in King of Glutonomy, and that was intense, like that staircase scene. Those who have read can relate. And once they got together, uh, they literally shared like 2 to 3 moments of that chemistry, and I felt they were more apart rather than being together. So that I uh, think is going to be a little controversial. And but the chemistry and the heat they had, it was very intense, so I like that. Talk about the food and the atmosphere of this book. This book actually felt very rich, like, not imaginary rich but sensibly rich. And you can I was literally being able to imagine things like the restaurant, meals, recipes, kitchens, and everything. And to be very honest, I felt that this book is the most aesthetic book that Anna Hong has ever written, because I was literally being able to imagine every single thing. So yeah, let's talk about the pacing of this book. I felt that this book was good. Like, in the starting, it felt good, but in the middle part of this book, I felt that the pacing was slow. Like, when you can relate, while they were at the Radhika's wedding, they fall apart, and there has some conflict between their emotions, and they were not sharing the same interest. So that at that point of time, I felt that the spacing in this book is slow. Otherwise, I love the book. The pacing was okay in the first and the last part, but the middle part I felt it was slow. Let's talk about the final ratings that I would give to this book. First comes the characters. I love the characters, but I told you the pros and cons of the characters. So I would like to rate it 4 on 5. Next is Spice. When it comes to Spice, I was expecting more, so I would give it 2.5 out of 5 when it comes to Spice. Next, the Indian culture. For Indian culture, I would like to give it 4.5 out of 5, because she has portrayed Indian culture in a very beautiful way. And all in all, overall, I would like to give it 4 on 5. Okay, my final thoughts about this book is that, did I enjoy reading it? Yes. Did I love the parts of it? Not completely, but it was good. But I also think that this book has emotional depthness, um, memorable characters, beautiful settings, and strong tension, which is why I think this book is worth read. Also, if you are an Indian reader, you would love this book. Okay, now I would like to know your opinion. What do you think about King of Glutonomy, and would you read it, and is it worth the hype? And which one of your favorite couple is from King of Sin series? Do let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Tapasya Reads, because More review videos are coming soon, so stay tuned. Bye.